Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? How does everyone feel about gas prices? Of course, gas prices are something that we all will feel regardless of socioeconomic means. We're all going to pay the high gas prices no matter how much we make. I just proposed the idea today, like I was talking with my dad. What if we had to pay $10 a gallon in gas? I talked about this with my cousin the other week, and if I have to pay $10 a gallon in gas, I won't be able to drive to work. Like that's how bad that would be. So in my truck, that would cost me what $220 per fill up. Can't afford that, and I fill up once every week. So there's that. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I don't know. We just really need to think about how we vote people. Think about it. What else do I want to say? There's a lot more I wanted to say, and I forgot because I'm chilling. It's a Sunday. I work today. I'm still making up time for when I had to take time off for coronavirus, COVID-19. Yeah, that was fun. So I basically took the whole month of February off. Whatever. But I'm not bitter. Not at all. Gas prices. That's one point I mentioned. Big point of contention. Another thing. If you live in California like I do, how do you feel about the budget surplus? You guys heard about this? So apparently we're in a budget surplus, or we have a budget, so we're not in but we're in a recession. But we have a budget surplus of, I don't know, I heard 90 something billion dollars in this state. What are we going to use that money for? And if we don't use that money, what will it be? I mean, what are we doing with it? Why is it sitting there? Why is it not being fed back to the taxpayers who, sounds like we overpaid in taxes? Because, I mean, I don't know, just this is how I think of government is, shouldn't government be accountable for the tax dollars? Am I thinking about this wrong? I don't know. But what are we doing with that money? Why are we seeing dramatic changes in infrastructure? Why are we seeing a tunnel that connects Santa Cruz with San Jose? Why are we seeing a tunnel under the Grapevine that connects I-5 directly into like the Port of Long Beach or something? I mean, 90 something billion dollars? I mean, even in today's money, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. What are we doing? So as I mentioned in the first segment, we need to think about, who we're voting for, and how, who are the people we're voting for, and who are the people we want to represent us as Californians, and specifically because I live here in California. We're kind of a microcosm amongst the other states, and also in the United States as a whole, or worldwide. Most countries have free elections, I think. And how do you get people? I mean, the right people that get elected, are they the people that can pull to your base? Your base meaning like what's up here as much as possible, right? Like your base is your philosophy. Okay. So do you want people that can pull to your philosophy as much as possible, or do you want people who can pull for the greater good? You've heard that term, the greater good, right? we've all watched, was it Shaun of the Dead? Not Shaun of the Dead, is the other one. Hot Fuzz, where it's like for the greater good. I think we've all watched that. I've watched that. And sometimes the greater good is kind of Orwellian, but I think if you really want to get somebody elected, you almost need to combine the greater good with your own personal base. So the greater good with your own personal base. That's because the next person, at least in this state, in California, there's no way we're going to elect somebody that will adhere to the Constitution 100%. They should. They have to by law. But what we'll end up electing is, we have to elect, if you want a conservative or you want like a constitutionalist, or even if you want a full-on lefty, you're going to have somebody that compromises. That's the main word of what I'm trying to say. That's the main key point here, is compromise. You have to have somebody who compromises. And if we don't, then I don't know what's going to happen here. We'll be even more of a microcosm amongst the states. But yeah, the public service unions, they are the major barrier into getting someone new elected in office, because the Democrats have long been major friends of the public service unions, and the public meaning firefighters, cops, teachers, they have unions, right? Okay. So we, the taxpayers, are not only beholden to collective bargaining, but we're also beholden to the voting bloc. So we have to realize this is the state we're in, California, and other states too have the same issue going on. But you have to have somebody that, if we elect somebody if we want change, we're going to have to elect a person that's willing to compromise. You can't just elect somebody that's going to be just a straight up, with horse blinders on, a beam of like, wow, this guy thinks just like me, this guy, whoa, hey, he's right, But yeah, we need compromise in this country, in this state, in California, all over. Less divisiveness, and yeah. So thank you guys for listening to this rant, sort of a rant, my little take on political philosophy and stuff like that. What we need to do is we need to really look for candidates that are, whether you're on the left or the right, is look for people who are willing to listen to others and to compromise, and that's kind of a good lesson in life, listening to other people, regardless of what your preconceived notion is of them. Just listen to other people, and sometimes you can get rewarded, by hearing another train of thought. It's not gonna, people are oftentimes, scared to listen to other people. I'm not one of those people. I've always been, I'm fortunate. I always listen to other people, and I always say, hey, give everyone the benefit of the doubt, no matter what they are or who they are. But that's just me. But we're not going to get anyone elected here that's going to make any real change in this state or the country unless we are willing to listen to somebody. Listen. That's the key word. Listen to somebody that's going to be willing to compromise and to work with, and to understand reality. That's another one. Understand reality, and to just work with reality and not work with, falsehoods and, hyperbole and stuff like that. Yep. That's what I got. Okay. Hopefully that's my best advice I can give for these current times. Been thinking a lot about it. I know that a lot of you, myself included, we all have blinders. We all have certain ways we want to think. But I think that we need to really like compromise, and hopefully, historically it takes a war to really unify a country, at least our country. I don't want that. I really don't want us to have to there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I hope that's not what it takes to unify a country. I think we could do it ourselves with our own collective consciousness. Anyway, okay, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Bye.